Yo, what's up lads? Hope you're good. Now, today I just want to talk to you a little bit about why you might not have gotten the results you've wanted so far with your physique. And now I'm not saying you've not achieved any results so far, but maybe not quite as much as you intended when you started out. And to keep it real, guys, the answer is if you're training 3, 4, 5 times a week in the gym, and you're not moving forwards with your physique at this moment, you're working on the wrong thing. And my point is, guys, it's not that to keep moving your physique forwards, you don't have to keep going more hours. It's not that you start in the gym and you do 2 hours a week and then to get to that top level, all the guys with good physiques and better fitness are training 4 times a day every day. It's not like that. But to keep that linear progress from newbie gains and then continue that level of progression, it's all about leverage, because you can get relatively good results at the start by just going from horrendous habits to just showing up at the gym and eating healthy. But then to take it to that next level, you've got to work on the right stuff. And there's a big word which I'm going to throw around, which is called leverage. And effectively, it's all about getting the most out of the time you're investing. So for example, there could be 2 guys. Let's actually refer this to a client that we've been working with the last 6 months. There's a guy called, in fact, I'm not going to name his name, but there's a guy that was, well, he is still working with us. And prior to joining us, he'd been training 5, 6, sometimes 7 days a week for 3 years prior. He'd actually been training for about 8 years, but solid, giving it everything for 3 years prior to joining us. And he was like, I've not really progressed in the last few years. And I remember his onboarding call literally like it was yesterday, even though it was 6 months or so back. And it was like, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. He's eating well, he's training, he's turning up, but why is there no progress? And there just weren't enough leverage. There weren't enough precision in certain areas that would move him forward with the same time invested. Like I said, guys, getting results is not about more time. It's about for each lemon, for each hour, you want to get as much squeezed out of it as possible. So it's about refining your nutrition. It's about refining your training. It's about refining your lifestyle management. And it's about refining your recovery. Those are the 4 main pillars really that are going to give you the most leverage forward. And I said to him, what right now is your biggest struggle? And he says, I don't know, I'm training really well. I'm eating really well. I don't go get smashed all the time. So I'm doing everything well. So I just don't think my body can move forward. And I was like, mate, honestly, there's more to it than this. And effectively, this was the danger here, guys, of not knowing what he didn't know. And there's nothing wrong with this. I've been in this position before where I was like, oh yeah, I just don't have the body for it. I just can't do it. I know everything, I'm doing everything right. But the answer is, guys, if you were doing everything right, you would be progressing. And I understand your mindset around it because I've been there. I've literally spoken with hundreds, thousands of guys who have been in the same position, thought this exact same thing, and then being able to come out the other end of it, and 12 weeks in, they've made more progress than they had in the last 3 years, which is pretty crazy. And it's the danger of not knowing what you don't know. And how can you know what you don't know? You've simply just got to get around people that do know. So imagine, guys, you're in your backyard, you're there with a spade, and you're aware that there's $100 in your garden in a chest. And you're there with a spade, it's 10 meters below the ground, and you're digging, and you're digging, and you're digging, and you're digging. All for this $100 because you know that that's there. But at the other side of the fence, your next door neighbor, there's a digger. And there's a chest with 5 million in there. That's fucking dangerous not knowing that. That is costing you 4.99 million not knowing that that is there. So it's not that right now it's physically the price, but it's costing you because you don't know. So you've got to think about it, guys. Like, You've got to put yourself in an environment, you've got to speak to people who do know so you can find out about these opportunities that you don't know right now, and you've got to be open to that. Nobody's born with all the knowledge, but knowledge is passed on by getting around people and being open and being coachable to taking in new concepts, perceiving it and going, okay, I can work with that. Let's give that a go. Rather than just thinking you're born with everything you need to know and you can run with it, and then just thinking you just don't have the genetics or whatever it takes. It's about getting around the right people. So for example, if that guy in that analogy had just gone and spoken to his neighbor and said, I'm just trying to earn some money. He was like, oh yeah, well, we've got a digger. We can, in like 2 minutes, we can dig up, 5 million. Not knowing that has cost you so much. So one thing I would actually challenge you to think about is, what is it costing you right now, not knowing what you don't know? And you're probably thinking, oh, I don't know what I don't know. But what's it costing you? Because the answers are out there, guys. We take every single client into elite condition and build tissue and performance with every single client. The answers are there. Whether that's down to optimizing something within your nutrition you weren't aware of, your training, your lifestyle, your recovery, maybe the roadmap on the sequence of actions you're taking itself. But what is it costing you right now knowing? Think of the things that you're potentially missing out on, not achieving your potential. For example, it could just be the confidence. It could be the self-worth. It could be the improved habits. It could be the woman that you're not getting, because if you did level the fuck out of your physique, you're probably either going to get more love from the girl you're with, or you're going to get a lot better choice of women. Trust me, there was girls that I would have once slid into their DMs when I was a little simp at 18. No chance on earth would I have ever got a reply. Those same girls now literally slide in and I'm just like, nah. Maybe it's a financial aspect. You only earn money, guys, when you become valuable. And if you're not getting more valuable right now, you're not turning into an absolute machine who is capable. Someone has to look at you and think, you are a capable motherfucker, and they're going to give you a pay rise. They're going to take you up further in the business when you live like an absolute machine. Maybe you just get the confidence like I did to go and start my own business when I got that self-worth, when I got that confidence, when I took everything to the next level and became as valuable as I can. So what is the cost? I don't just mean income, but what are you missing out on? Maybe it's your energy. Maybe it's that you've got a pessimistic mindset and you're missing out on being able to have fucking tons of energy and be motivated and just give off a great vibe to everyone around you. Show up for your friends, show up for your family better. Maybe it is the fact that you want to get girls. Maybe you do just want to feel better with your top off on holiday. Maybe it is to become the person that is capable and earn a lot of money by being a valuable person, by being an asset to other people. And then, guys, if you become somebody that is capable of earning 7 figures a year, you're missing out on that. It's costing you that much right now. So if right now you're earning fucking 20 grand a year, which was me years and years back, that not knowing how to become the best version of myself may have had all these costs from a mindset perspective and how I feel about myself, but also financially, it was costing me 980K a year potentially by not knowing how to take myself to the next level. So there's so many ways for every single one of you. There will be different reasons why it's of cost to you. But I just really, really want you to have a think about, if you're not progressing at the rate you want, it's not that it can't be done, it's that you're not utilizing enough leverage, and it's not knowing what you don't know, guys. It's, okay, I think I know everything, and you think you know everything you know because you do know everything you know. But you don't know what you don't know, and that's the danger. It's what's over the fence. What's the information that you've not been told yet, which would leverage you forward in any of those aspects, whether it's nutrition, training, maybe it's the mindset around it, the lifestyle management, the recovery, the roadmap, how to take your physique step by step through each phase. These are all such crucial components that need to be aligned together, and not knowing is what's costing you right now. That's what you need to weigh up. How much do you want this goal? What are the effects of staying where you are right now? What are the effects of not getting where you want to go? And really just thinking about, I just want you to know, guys, anything is, if I can fucking do it, guys, someone scroll down my Instagram or something at Tom D. Pearson, scroll down and just look at what I used to look like. You'll find somewhere some transformation of me when I was like 18, 16. I was the most skinny fat little weirdo ever. I used to fucking hate myself. Skinny fat. I always had horrendous fucking skin, hair, everything. I was just the ugliest fucker around since I've been fucking 10. I shot up to 6'4", 6'5", so young. I was just the lanky, skinny fat guy with fucking spots. I'm not saying my skin's fucking amazing now, it's not. But I was someone who was just the bottom of the fucking pack, guys. And in this day and age, it's really not that fucking hard with all the information that is out there that you can invest in, and you can find out all this information that you don't currently know, and you can learn to know it. But the number one thing to find it out, which I realized, was I had to allow myself to become coachable. Because yes, it's great to be independent and be able to hustle and work hard and have confidence in yourself. Like, yeah, I am the guy that's capable. But the guy that's capable, which is also open to new ideas, which is also open to being coached, not necessarily one-to-one with a coach, but just open to new concepts and willing to give them a go, even though they've not currently had it. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you're doing what you're currently doing and it's not taking you to the peak potential so far, if you keep doing that, don't expect anything different. That's just delusional, guys. And this was honestly the biggest realization for me. And now I'm obviously in a position where it's fucking amazing. Like, I'm not saying I have the best physique in the world. I'm working on my physique, I'm working on myself, my personal development, investing in myself every single day. But to now be in a position where I figured out how to take arguably one of the worst physiques, one of the worst fucking lads, and I'm not saying I'm the best guy ever, but to become someone who is definitely doing well, for sure. I fucking love the fact that I can now share that with other people, and we've helped hundreds, thousands of guys do the same. And do you know what, guys? I can give all the information in the world to everybody on the information I know. At the end of the day, I'm always looking for stuff I still don't know. But when someone comes to me and is like, Tom, I'm open to learning. You've clearly got more information than I have right now. Having that mindset allows them to grow. If they didn't have that mindset in the first place, to think, you know what, there are people out there who are potentially further ahead. It doesn't mean they're better than you. They're just further up the ladder. They've invested in themselves more. When people are ready to make that investment and drop their ego to serve their ego, because if you've got an ego and you want to smash it, guys, that's fucking mega. Every guy should have an ego. But to serve your ego, you're going to do it much fucking better by actually going and getting the knowledge and getting the results, which is going to fulfill you, rather than resenting yourself every day when you're not getting the results. And then you turn into one of those fucking simps who hates on the Insta, who hates on the YouTube, who hates on fucking people's accounts, who's a moody guy in public, because they hate themselves. They hate the action they're not taking. They hate that they don't know what they need to know. And they'll try and pull everyone else down. And if you feel like that's you at the moment, it's just a sign that that simple little mindset switch, because I was the guy that was negative once, guys. I struggled with it. I honestly did. I was just the guy that was moody and complaining about the weather and how I didn't have the whatever it takes. But as soon as I thought, you know what, I'm seeing enough results out there from people. And that is a good thing with social media these days. There is enough inspiration out there. But just fucking wanking off at inspirational stuff all day gets you nowhere until you go, you know what, guys? Someone else is doing it. Someone else is going for it. If I don't go for it, someone else is. If that doesn't fucking piss you off, there's something wrong in your head, bro. You've got to be so pissed off that someone from behind, if you go look through some of our client transformations, by the way, on _Electo1, on Instagram or on my personal at Tom D. Pearson, if you go look through those results, I guarantee you there are people that in the last 6 months have come from 20 leagues behind you and are 5 leagues above you right now. If that doesn't fucking piss you off because they've gone and figured out what they didn't know, and you're there right now with your ego, which I've been that guy back in the past. That's what triggered me to change. Because if, there is nothing more annoying than seeing a guy come from behind and fucking rocket in front of you. Who wants that? They're getting everything you want. So when I said earlier, like, what's the cost of you not achieving it? They're getting all the rewards and you're fucking staying where you are right now. That's what I want you to think about, guys. So I hope you found this video valuable. I always like to keep it real and just speak my mind, keep it real. But if you found it valuable, please do drop a like, drop a subscribe. You can follow me on social media platforms. I've got Instagram, got Twitter, got pretty much everything. At Tom D. Pearson is my username, and obviously the coaching business where we work on effectively. We have a coaching business for physique and mindset coaching, multiple packages within there. We've got the university, which is basically where you can learn our frameworks and learn how to build your macros, your training, take yourself the whole way through an elite physique transformation. We've got our VIP coaching where we work with you on a one-to-one, and then we've actually got a program called CEO Mastery. For any of you, if you're a coach watching and you're wanting to build and scale a brand, just learn how to get amazing results and build a brand of your own, we offer that as well. But guys, just go check it out. If you feel like any of that is valuable to you, check it out. You can shoot me a message, you can book a call, you can go through any of what you think might be valuable. If none of it is valuable to you, just obviously leave it. But I hope you're just finding a lot of value from the content, guys. I'm gonna keep them coming. I'm always gonna keep reinvesting back in. Obviously, the only way I can be fulfilled is leveling up myself and sharing everything I learn back with you guys. So like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.